I asked ChatGPT what's the most well-rounded suburb in all of Minnesota, and it gave me Maple Grove. So we're standing here in the city center of Maple Grove. If you're a family considering making Maple Grove your home, you're gonna wanna know about its perks and its downsides before making this your home. As indicated by the dirt and the construction behind me, Maple Grove is one of the fastest growing suburbs in all of Minnesota. But why? Maple Grove has the best blend of city-like amenities, all the things to do. It's kind of the it town, if you will. It's got shopping, restaurants, walking, parks, trails, you name it. So getting into the first pro of Maple Grove is the most exciting aspect, which is the growth and booming potential that comes in this suburb. Over the last decade, we've seen a population spike of almost 25%, taking the full city population to 100,000 people. On a practical level, that's what makes Maple Grove so fun, is it feels like every month or so, there's a brand new business that people are talking about and want to go and try. And when it comes to the growth and potential of Maple Grove's housing market, I would say we're about 97% capped as far as new builds in Maple Grove. So if you're moving to Maple Grove, just consider that most of the housing inventory is going to be built between like the 90s and the early to mid 2010s. Second pro that makes Maple Grove so special is that there's so many things to do, and it's specifically geared towards families. So even right now, we're standing outside of Maple Grove Central Park, which has like an ice skating rink in the winter. It's got a splash pad in the summer. It's one of those parks you can just kind of turn the kids loose and let them run. We've got other things like Dave & Buster's. We've got lots of lakes, dog parks. The whole thing is really geared towards growing families. Pro number 3 about Maple Grove is going to be the amount and the quality of the healthcare facilities in this city. And I promise you, I wouldn't just bring that up if there wasn't a ridiculous amount of orthopedic centers, pediatric centers, every type of center you could think of. There's like a million, but it makes for a really cool medical condensed community here in Maple Grove, and also just the peace of mind of knowing you're always covered. So now that you guys know the upsides of living in Maple Grove, let's drive over to the high school and talk about some of the downsides. I think it's really important that you know that the traffic here is really like a twofold conversation, right? Because in Arbor Lakes, like downtown Maple Grove, where all the amenities are, where we just were, that's like congested in the sense that it's just popular, right? It's just a crowded street, but not really something you get stuck in. Now, on the other side of that, there is the problem of where Maple Grove lies on the map, right? So we are right off of a major highway going north. In Minnesota, we have a lot of cabins. So that northbound traffic on a Thursday or Friday in the summer is gonna provide for a very congested highway. So keep in mind on your commutes, if you're hitting 494 going north, you're likely to run into some cabin traffic if it's any time where snow is not on the ground. So con number 2 of living in Maple Grove is actually going to be the school system. I know what you're thinking. It actually looks really nice. And we're standing on 6 brand new football fields right outside of Maple Grove Senior High. This whole pavilion was just redone, but I'm more so talking about the academic side. So about 5 years ago, Maple Grove was really having its moment, and it was one of the best academic school districts in the state. But since then, in the last 5 years, let's call it, we've seen a little bit of a downturn, and most people would attribute that to the growing population. Maple Grove doesn't have the best student-to-teacher ratio like it once had, and some people say it's just a little too overcrowded. So in summer, you've got a suburb that's growing tremendously. It's got so much to do, and it's kind of the hot spot of the city, but it doesn't come without its challenges. So if you're looking for something a little bit slower, you might want to opt for about 10 to 20 minutes outside of Maple Grove for that quieter pace of play. But I'm very, very curious. What do you guys think about Maple Grove on a scale of 1 to 10? Leave it in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video.